Hello, I'm in the car and I've got these free flow thoughts streaming through my mind, and I thought I would share. My nieces always ask me, they're like, "Skill, you don't listen to the radio in the car?" And I don't listen to the radio per se. I will listen to some YouTube channels or like some trainings or something like that. But most of the time I'm in the car quiet because I just can tap in, and this information and insight and fun stuff from my brain comes through. And so today what's coming through is about like what happens right before the breakthrough. It's like I'm running this course right now called Liberation, and it's like right before we liberate ourselves. What does that mean? Hopefully the signal's coming through because I'm in a woodsy area here. That means not holding yourself back, putting down and aside the archetypes of where, you're limiting yourself and, playing these roles of people pleaser or victim or, even, why is this not, there's this one that's not coming to me. Hold on. It's not coming to me. So anyway, putting aside these roles and aspects that we played, that we developed in order to survive, get along, be a part of a tribe, put those aside and let our true selves come through. Let our true selves be liberated. Let our voice come through, our message, our healing. I don't know if you guys are feeling it, but the acceleration of energy has greatly increased. And what happens is that the more that we release, or let the veil drop, or the more that we, really put our inner focus on who we truly are, we move through things a lot quicker. And so what happens is right before the breakthrough happens, there's two things that I want you to take a look out for and be aware of. And the reason for that is that when you have awareness, then you can make a conscious choice. I'm not saying that these things aren't going to happen, but when you're aware that it's happening and why it's happening, you can make choices that will put you in the direction of moving forward and more aligned with the, where your heart is leading you. And so the first thing that happens is, when we're about to go through the breakthrough, a lot of chaos happens. We can have conflict in our relationships. We get triggered emotionally. An event happens in our life that stirs things up emotionally. And these triggers, I say triggers are a treasure. Triggers, because when you open this treasure chest, it's like you liberate what's in there. Because most of the time what's happening is that when we have unresolved pains, when we have limiting beliefs about ourselves, or we have subconscious fears, those are the things that hold us back from being fully expressed, from being embodied in who we are, from, having the experiences that, we say that we want for ourselves. So when we get triggered, we really get invited to, take a look at, okay, what is it that I'm holding on to inside? What is it that I believe about myself? And the reason why it's uncomfortable, because it's not true. We're believing something about ourselves that is not true, and that needs to be let go. And so right before the breakthrough, we start to see these things. We get triggered by someone, and the opportunity is to look at ourselves. But what happens is we get caught up in the drama, we get caught up in the emotions, and we want to point the finger at the other person or blame the event for how we're feeling. But really, if you could stop and pause and say, how am I feeling about this? What am I making it mean? You can even explore, how have I felt this way in the past? Because a lot of times as the current events, we're living in patterns. When the current events that trigger are helping us to release the thing, release the lie, release the misalignment within ourselves. So chaos is going to happen. Emotional triggers are going to happen. Don't point the finger at the things outside of you, or the people or the events. Go inside. Now, the second thing that could happen as you're about to go through a breakthrough is you could start to feel like you are you're losing your mind. You're going to feel like you're going crazy. You're going to feel like at the things that are happening, and you start to see different shifts in perspective, and it's like your reality is like, your old reality is crackling. Oh, my phone keeps moving. It's dissolving, it's breaking apart, because, you know, in this evolution and this journey of evolution and growth, you're calling forward more for yourself. And in order to get into alignment to those things, we've got to, you know, our reality is going to shift. Like where we are now is going to shift in order for us to move into that next reality. And so things can feel quite disruptive as far as, sorry, I'm just making sure I'm getting, there's a little work area. I'm going to pull over right now because I'm close to where I need to be. It's like things will start to, so for a good example is that we have chaos in our lives and we come to the decision and choice that we either need to end a relationship, or we need to leave the job, or we, you know, have to make a move, right? There's like something that's creating a shift in our reality. And that can feel disruptive. So what we'll do, like with the, you know, the ego parts, the inner parts of ourselves, or, you know, the parts that, you know, limit us but keep us safe, the behavior mechanisms, the, you know, the unresolved trauma inside will want to hang on to anything that's comfortable. When we're starting to make a shift, a big move, a relationship change, you know, a big move, you know, leaving a job or taking a leap in your business, we'll want to grab, like fears will come up, unresolved traumas will come up, limitations will come up, and we'll want to hold on to what's comfortable, even though it's uncomfortable. Even though it is uncomfortable, we're going to hold on to it because it's what we know. And if you're aware of that, like if you're very present in your body and you're really aware of, there's something being stirred up within me. Chaos is happening in my life. So we take a look, how is this for me? And another way is like, changes are happening. I'm grasping on to the relationship that I had already decided I wanted to leave. I'm grasping onto this job because it feels, you know, scarier to go into the unknown spaces. I'm grasping onto this partnership because I'm, you know, I don't know what's on the other side of not having this business partner, this, you know, relationship, lover, friend. And then this is where we start to like settle or try to fit in, or we lower our standards. And then what happens is that life keeps repeating these patterns and coming back and triggering us and pissing us off and, you know, having us like shake us up a little bit to see, all right, listen, you say that you want this for yourself, but what choices are you making? And when those choices are presented to you, you know, do you try to hold on to the comfort zone? You know, do you try to hold on to like what's most comfortable? When really life is guiding you forward, life is supporting you. And when we don't make the choices that are aligned with our highest and best good for that next experience that we're calling in, the pattern comes back, you know, a different person, a different boss, a different landlord, a different client, a different business partner, and triggers you even more, because really life is just having us expand more into who we truly are and to drop these, you know, limitations and patterns. And that's what we're here for. Those of us that are on this growth and evolution journey, like we're here to transmute these energies. And as we do our work, that ripples out. And not only in our own life, and, you know, we're making choices in our business and it affects our love, it affects our health, it affects our, you know, our relationships, it affects our money, it affects our living situations. Like everything is connected. But then beyond that, it starts to have a ripple effect, because now we are in a new space and place of alignment, and then our world starts to reflect that. So just hope this landed. Would love to hear what you receive from it. If you're feeling like you are about to go through a breakthrough, you're in the middle of a breakthrough, you're you know that there's more that's meant to be lived through you, and you're feeling stuck or stagnant or afraid, or, you know, you find yourself in patterns you can't get out of, I'm running a 6-week private one-on-one course called Liberation. And a lot of, what I shared in here, if you want the link, DM me, I will send you the link. Check it out. There's absolutely no pressure. This work calls to you versus, it's such a magical container when the client shows up as a hell yes. Could still be scared, could still be in fear, could, still be like, but when there's a hell yes from that inner place, like magic happens. And, you could start, the doors are going to close next week, now the 22nd, and you could start anywhere between now and January 3rd, the new moon, to, lock in your space and lock in the price. There are 4 spaces left, and that's it. All right. I'm very close to my location. I'm going to go. I'd really love to hear like what you received, what you heard, like what stirred up within you. Like, do you see those patterns that I say that come up? Because it's like, so it just feels like to some people, like it's normal life, like these things are happening. But when you are, just driven for more and better, you're gonna and you flip the perspective on what's happening and see it's for you and for your evolution, and that you're empowered to make different choices and work with energy medicine tools and techniques to help to work and alchemize the energy, and emotional freedom techniques to like transmute the energies and the patterns. It's like you have these tools with you moving forward through your life as you continue to grow and expand. And we're in phenomenal energy right now, and I'd love to support you if it feels right and it resonates with you. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you later. Bye. Mwah.